everyone, it's me, Caitlin from the Cozy Moth Knits, obviously because you clicked on this video. I'm reaching out to you today, making this quick little video because I wanted to announce to you a new make-along that I'm going to be hosting starting, I'll be posting this today, Friday the 19th, and it'll start tomorrow, Saturday the 20th. So I wanted to make this little video to kind of explain some things instead of waiting until my next podcast. I figured I would just do a quick little video here. So this is a make along I've been thinking about doing for quite some time. The idea came to me shortly after I started my last make along, the Cozy Acorn knit along, the Cozy Acorn cow. And this is the idea. I mean, like, this isn't unheard of. Like, I'm sure a lot of people have done this, but I love the idea of all my followers and me taking time out of our lives to learn a new skill and to really focus on it, and just all of us together, doing it together, you know. So I've been thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it, and I knew that I wanted to do it in the spring. And because, you know, spring, new beginnings, you know, coming out of the nasty, you know, winter weather and out of our seasonal depression. Who else had seasonal depression? So the idea of doing this springtime make-along came to me earlier this week. And so I looked up the first day of spring, and lo and behold, it was this week. So I was like, okay, I know I want to do this starting the first day of spring, so I need to come up with a name. And of course, I couldn't think of any good names. So I reached out to you guys on my Instagram and asked, you know, what's a good name for a springtime make-along where you are, you know, dedicating time to learn a new skill. And sweet Amanda of the Crafting Sparrow came up with the name Sprout New Skills Make-Along, or Sprout New Skills Mal, and that is the name of this make-along. And I'll put it right here, and all the glittery stars, you know, the Sprout New Skills Mal. And I'm excited for this. I'm excited to do this all with you guys. So the concept behind it is, if you can't understand it already, is from March 20th to June 20th, which is the spring, we are going to dedicate those couple months to learning a new skill. And whether that be, for example, trying to come up with examples. So of course there's going to be fiber related crafts. So we're talking our knitting, our crocheting, our embroidery, our felting, our spinning, things like that. It's like, so if you are primarily a knitter and you want to learn how to crochet, now's the time to do it. If you are a somewhat new knitter and maybe you've been thinking about how you want to make socks, so now's the time to learn how to make socks. You know, this is something new to you. Or if, you know, you've been knitting, again, I'm just using knitting as an example, because I know the terminology, or at least most of it. If, you know, if you're, again, like maybe you've knitted socks and you've knitted sweaters and you've made all kinds of things, but maybe you've never done brioche, or you've never worked with cable. So now this will be the time to learn and to perfect, or to hone that craft. So that's what I want to do with you guys. So it's not that you have to like learn a brand new craft altogether, but if you want to learn how to, yeah, just focus primarily on something within your current craft, then I say go for it. I have Blue sleeping over here. She's a mess. And then we got May. They're watching me. They're like, what are you doing? Like, this is not how you normally, this isn't where you normally talk. Anyway, so for me, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to learn how to crochet. And I am excited because I have been putting off learning how to crochet for years. I told myself time and time again, I just can't do it. I can't do it. And as you know, that's a theme in my podcast, where you don't tell yourself you can't do it, just do it. Like you'll learn how to do it. You work your way through it. Telling yourself you can't do it is holding you back, you know? So I'm like, okay, this is it. I'm going to do it. I have a bunch of yarn in my stash. I have one crochet hook right now, and I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn to use the yarn, I'm going to learn to hold the yarn in my left hand and work with my right, and instead of the other way around, which is how I knit. And I'm going to make those little face scrubbies that everyone makes, and like, I'm going to learn. So I'm going to tell you my plans for this make-along, my own personal plans. So I have 3 projects that I would like to teach myself, that I would like to finish come June 20th. And I'll put little pictures here maybe. So I'll step to the side. So the first thing that I want to accomplish is making those little face scrubby circles, or maybe like dishcloths or washcloths. Not only would this, be a practical project, but it would my hope is that it would teach me different stitch styles or different types of stitches, and I could work on my gauge and trying to figure that out. And it would help me become, I can learn the language of crocheting, because if I look at a crochet pattern, it's in a different language, really. So I'm trying to learn that. So I'm like, okay, these are small enough, and I won't be upset if I can't finish it, or I won't be upset if I don't get it right away. So that's what I want to work on first, are the face scrubbies and the washcloths. Maybe learn how to do, different types of stitch styles. So that's project number 1. Project number 2 is I want to make like a market bag, like a market produce bag. And you all know what I'm talking about, even before I put this up there. And this is something that, again, is practical, but it's also trendy. So, and I love me a good market bag. I love a good little produce bag. And I feel like I would feel very accomplished if I can make one of these. So that is project number 2. And project number 3, which is very ambitious, I think, but I would like to make the 2 of the little, I wrote it down. I'm gonna butcher it. Amigurumi.
Amigurumi.
Like those little crochet like stuffed animals, and I found 2 on Ravelry. One's just a normal dog, and then one is a greyhound. So I'm gonna make ones that look like my dogs. So I'll do a greyhound and a schnoodle, and then just keep the little guys for them. So yeah, these are all projects that I would like to complete, and I feel like I could learn a lot from those 3 projects. I feel like there's a lot of I can't find the words. I feel like I could learn a lot from those projects, and they're so different, but I could still get the feel of crochet, and it's not just like a granny square or like a granny striped blanket, but it's like, there's a lot to it, and yeah, the more I can learn in this time frame, like that's my goal. And I would hope that's your goal too. Like, so if you do, for example, if you do want to learn brioche, maybe you could take this time to make different things in brioche. So not just like a brioche scarf where it's just up and down, but then working with increases and decreases, or even with cables, how to incorporate cables into a garment versus a hat. Like I would hope that this would be a several project make along versus like a just one. Well, it depends. Like if you want to make a sweater, obviously that's different. But if you have like a couple small things, then maybe you could do several. But yeah, so that's my goals and intentions for this make along. So some logistics. So I'm going to be hosting this make along on Instagram only, because as we all know, I am most active on Instagram. That's like my catchphrase. I say it every video. But I'm the most active on Instagram. I feel like it's the easiest to keep track. I feel like it's easier to maneuver than Ravelry. And I feel like there's a lot more of you guys on, like, who use Instagram as like a social media versus Ravelry, from what I understand. So at least for now, we're gonna keep it on Instagram. And that you keep me posted with it. Obviously, I want to see what you're working on and tag. So like what I would like you guys to do is to post, to create a post. Excuse me, it doesn't have to be tomorrow. It could be whenever you decide to start it, because goes from March to June. I want you to make like an actual like Instagram post, not like a story, and write as long of a post as you want, but I would like to hear what you're gonna do, what you would like to accomplish, and basically like what you chose to focus on for these next couple months. And post some pictures about the materials you're gonna be working with, and this, that, and the other. So yeah, I forgot to turn off my notifications. So there's that. And yeah, I want to see your progress. So keep me posted all through the next couple months. I would love to see it. I'll be keeping you guys posted too. So another thing is that on June 20th, I would like to set up, and let me know if this is something you guys would like to do. I feel like this would be fun for a lot of us, is to set up a Zoom meeting on June 20th. Did I say March 20th? I meant to say June 20th. On June 20th, set up a Zoom meeting where all of us who participated in this knit along all get on Zoom and we show each other what we made and what we learned, and it just adds another element of community, as much of a community as we can be, one during these unprecedented times, and because we're from all over the world. And then of course I would love for there to be prizes too. I'm sure I'll pick a couple winners. We'll have like a finished object hashtag, and then I'll randomly pick winners to receive prizes. Maybe this will be another incentive for you to join in the make along. You possibly win a prize. I feel like the prizes in my past giveaways have been pretty good. But yeah, so I think that's all I have to share about this make along. So I really hope that this interests you. Hopefully I wasn't too rambly. I like wrote all of it down. You can see me looking down. I have my notes right here. And I'm like, gosh, I hope I covered it all. But if you have any questions, feel free to drop some comments down below. Follow me on Instagram, because that's how you're going to, be able to participate and, be able to win prizes and such. But yeah, follow me on Instagram at the Cozy Moth Knits. Think about what you want to accomplish over these next few months. Create a post and hashtag it. Sprout new skills now, and I'm excited. I hope you're just as much excited for this as I am. And so yeah, and again, as I mentioned earlier, don't tell yourself you can't do it. You can do it. We're all in this together. As scared as I am to accomplish crochet and how I know it's going to be frustrating, I'm going to do it. I'm going to push through and I'm going to do it, and we're all going to do it together. All these new skills that we're learning, we're going to do it together, and we're all going to be here to help each other and encourage each other along the way. And I would encourage you to follow the hashtag as well on Instagram. That way you can see what everyone else is making and maybe make new friends along the way. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys. So happy crafting, and we know we can do it. So thanks for letting me pop in and just do a quick visit with you, not my normal 45 to hour and a half visits that we normally have bi-weekly. But this was just like me popping in to, drop off a little thing for you by your doorstep, and now I'm leaving. But so yeah, I'll leave it here. So stay safe, everyone. Keep knitting or crafting or crocheting or spinning, and I will see you all later.